Hello and welcome to the new video on the channel. Today's game is something unique and something that we haven't seen in your comments when you drop us something that you want us to review, but something different. We found it in Steam charts, and this game is something unique, cool, different and whatever. We're talking about Immortality, game that was released on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. So, the very interesting thing. Let's go to the Steam page and read what it says there. Marissa Marcel was a film star. She made 3 movies, but none of them were released, and Marissa Marcel disappeared. Immortality is an interactive trilogy from Sam Barlow, creator of Her Story. Use of the cinematic's ability to teleport from scene to scene to explore a treasure trove of newly unheard footages from 3 lost films of Marissa Marcel and traverse decades of movie history. Wow, that sounds interesting. We can actually teleport from movie to movie, and those movies were not released. Oh god, we're gonna see some spoilers. Anyway, Immortality is the game where it shines, where you're playing like a detective, where you're trying to invest more and more time into the game. It collects the hundreds of clips from an unfinished fictional indie films from 60s, 70s and 90s, all of which were featured in a Hollywood Scarlet Marissa Marcel, who has since disappeared. The ultimate goal of Immortality is to figure out what happened to the Marissa, and the players accomplish this by watching her old clips for clues. Wow, this sounds very cool, right? Well, it plays even cooler, guys. Playing Immortality is like operating an old-fashioned Maviola machine, once used by editors of filmmaking by no real pursuit to let you scrub through the hours and hours of vintage live-action movies, in attempt to solve a mystery. What happened to Marissa Marcel? As a fictional 17-year-old actor making her debut in the late 60s Hollywood, Marissa was primed to be the next big thing. But over the next 31 years, she would be only casted in 3 movies, and none of them ever saw release. Why is that the thing? Flying out to figuring out the matter what is you giving up. And using the Maviola machine, you'll rewind, fast forward, pause, zoom in, and detail your kind of position in the movie and each scene. Doing so will bring up a similar image from elsewhere in archives. So in one of the moments, clicking on Marissa's face when she's portraying Matilda in 1968's Ambrosio may bring up a tablet read for 1999 to Of Everything. Clicking on the same scene at another point, including even on Marissa's face, in different frame may bring you up to the 1970s Minsky instead. You can freeze where the movie law machine will take you next, but you'll soon understand that it's the best to explore faces and objects that seem interesting to you. The point is to keep finding new scenes by clicking on the different things and then clicking on the elements of the new scenes to find more scenes. So you're looking for the scenes in scenes and you're getting more scenes. Oh god, you can lost into that. But believe me, it's interesting. As you watch more and more footage, you'll start to piece together what's the larger story for yourself. Immortality will players find themselves dozens of these clips. Talking too much about the Immortality story will completely ruin this experience for anyone that plans on playing it. But it's pretty obviously early that there is more of the story than the surface level of mysteries Marissa's disappearance is. Players will have to dig to the hours and hours of this, and believe me when I say hours, I've spent only just the 7 hours last Monday playing this game. And it's a lot. Let's be honest, it's a lot in one game. When we had NBA and all of the other releases. Anyway, there is a brilliant story buried in the game, but players have to seriously dig to get it. And since some of the most important clips are extremely well hidden, it's safe to say that there are many going to reach Immortality End's credit with only largest notion of what the story was even about. They may spend hours digging through the films and clips, come over to the little shows for beyond being confused, frustrated, and maybe a little creeped out. Immortality is actually a kind of a horror game, more than the previous Sam Barlow's previous games, with some truly disturbing and haunting scenes. The period-accurate cinematography in the films add in the eerie vibe, and the game's gimmick is used to well shock the players. A sense of a dread prematures in Immortality, from the very first clip of Marissa Marcel taking on a late-night talk to show some of the players the reach of the end of credits. Nothing should be taken away from the atmosphere that Barlow and his team managed to cultivate here, but the other areas have used more work. There are things that I saw before the end the credits roll that the others wouldn't have come across, and mystery that remain, because I never understand the relevant footage. But I didn't want to go to back and to fill in these gaps, because I don't want to spend so much time. But maybe, who knows, I have some time before the release of God of War, I have some time before the release of a few other games, so yeah, I might find it out. And I will let you know. Or maybe not. Who knows? I have to say that this game really fulfills something that you want to be investing well to keep you and make you dive deep into the story. So don't lose more than 10 hours a day and you will be fine. Thank you everyone for watching and I'll wait for you in the next video. So Immortality from us, 9. Yeah, that's a solid point.